peaceful out here.
This is set. Time to fly. Here we go. Woo! This is insane. That was unbelievable. I feel alive.
And we back. What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Mechee from the Midwest podcast. Hope everybody having a great week. I got a couple of things on the menu for the day. Before we go any further, please make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm posting all my clips on all platforms for the most part. If you want to be on the show, DM me so we can set up an appointment. And I want to be able to give you this platform to give your story. When I say your story, as I say all the time, everybody's story is different. Everybody had a different upbringing. Everybody's been through different stuff in life. And I would love to hear your story. I'm just trying to get better on doing interviews with people because I enjoyed it at the time I was doing it. I'm having a little bit more time now. Starting to keep my schedule the same when it comes to doing the podcast. So I would love to get you on the show. Make sure y'all DM me. As far as the topics we got for today, TV show, I did finish the 61st Street on Netflix. Me and my lady did. Pretty good show. I want to get into like a quick breakdown on both of the seasons. NBA talk, I want to talk about like the second half of basketball. My Lakers frustrated, man. They pissing me off. I'm going to get into why they pissing me off. The DAZN results, the return of Mayweather. ESTG and Mozzy dropped the tape. I want to get into my favorite 5 tracks out there. And the last thing is WWE Elimination Chamber predictions for this Saturday in Chicago. So, with that being said, let's see what we're going to start with today. I'm going to start with the boxing. I think going into like with boxing and stuff like that, I need to start getting back on here and giving the results quicker, so it's still fresh versus waiting till my actual pod day. But let me know what y'all think. If I think that I should post about the boxing that Monday or maybe Tuesday, if that's better, or maybe Sunday if I got a little time, I'll get on here and just give y'all the quick results on that instead of waiting all the way to the week, a week later. But just quick results right here. We had Frank Martin and Nahir Albright went to a draw. Gary Antoine Russell defeated Andy Hiroko, unanimous decision. And Ryan Garcia is the new WBC welterweight champion. He won that belt off Mario Barrios as expected. Mario didn't look good at all. He just don't have that energy, man, especially being a champ. I just felt he was a paper champ. Ryan Garcia had something to prove. He couldn't look bad again after being beat by Rolly DeMiro. In order to keep up with those top guys in that division, he had to beat Mario Barrios. And then I see after that fight, Mario Barrios, you'll see him on the card, but it'll be the undercard. He's not going to be fighting for a title anytime soon. I don't see him winning many fights in that division. He just don't got it in him at this stage of his career. And on Sunday, we had the GOAT, Clarissa Shields, win her match versus Cruz DAZN. This was the second time they fought. The first couple of rounds, I said this would have been a heavyweight fight. The first 3 rounds, they was going at it like two aunties at a damn family reunion. They ain't fuck with each other for years. But after a while, DAZN, she started slowing down because she's the actual heavyweight, and she started gassing out. And Clarissa Shields didn't show any signs of being struggling with the cardio, so she was able to pull off the win. Boosie walked her out. Papoose was in the corner, man. She was very emotional to see that. I think they said 18,000. I want to say like 18,000 people showed up out there in Detroit to see her fight, which is dope for the women's boxing, man. You got to give them credit, man. They can box just like the men do. They put on a great show. It wasn't a knockout, but it was an entertaining fight. And Clarissa Shields showed why she is undefeated and why she's the best in the division and the greatest woman boxing currently. That's my opinion, and a lot of people starting to finally get that Clarissa is the best. Now, she might not have the knockout power, but she could go the distance. She ain't been in trouble many times. I think probably she got dropped maybe one time. It's probably 2 or 3 years ago. But outside of that, I haven't seen her in any trouble or down on a scorecard. So salute to Clarissa Shields for pulling off. Salute to Ryan Garcia for winning that title. That's really all I got for boxing. But I will mention, even though I really didn't want to talk about it, I just whatever. Floyd Mayweather is back, everybody. Floyd Mayweather has said that he's coming out of retirement and he's fighting Mike Tyson this summertime in an exhibition fight. It looked like they were in Africa or something. They're going to fight an exhibition fight, but after that, in September, there will be the rematch of Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao looked bad against Mario Barrios. These exhibition fights that Pacquiao's been fighting, he's looked bad. He's looked his age, 47 or 48, whatever. Floyd Mayweather is damn near 50 years old. I think he's 49, if I'm correct. He's 49 years old. He's been fighting exhibition fights, random people. He hasn't fought anybody on his level. And even at this age now, Manny Pacquiao is not on Floyd's on his level. It's going to be a big payday. Everybody's going to be looking because it's still that same effect. Will Floyd get dropped? How will he act if he gets dropped or knocked out with his record on the line? No, he knows he could be Manny Pacquiao. Once you learn boxing, if you're undefeated, and you've already fought an opponent, you know what you can do and what you can't do with an opponent. Manny Pacquiao said that he had a torn rotator cuff the last fight. I don't give a damn if he had a torn arm, a broken arm, broken elbow. He was not beating Floyd that fight anyway. And on top of that, for you to say that you had a rotator cuff injury, that it was broke or whatever, why would you in the press conference? I mean, after the fight, the post fight, why would you say that you won the fight? No, you didn't. You barely was landing any punches. The little furies that you was doing, you wasn't landing half of them. You was landing like 2 out of the 35 punches you threw every time. You look bad. Pacquiao usually throws about 100 punches around. He was missing all them shits. So this is not a fight I want to see, but it's the fight we're going to see. I'm pretty sure it's going to end up being on Netflix or something like that. It's going to be a big money payday for those guys, for the old heads. I really don't got a problem with the fight. It's just not. I'm not excited to see the fight. I would like to see Pacquiao put Floyd on his ass just to let him know, hey, it is you came out of retirement for a reason, but I don't think you should go forward after this fight. I don't think Floyd is gonna have the confidence after this fight. He might, because he's a cocky guy. But if he has the confidence after this fight to go fight somebody at 147 like Boots Ennis, or if he could get Terrence Crawford to come out of retirement or fight Errol Spence, if he beats Fundora or somebody, or Keith Thurman, somebody. If he comes out and says he want to fight somebody at 147 or 154 that's active, that's actually good, Floyd gonna run into the wrong person, man. I hate to say it, but you can't. You've been cocky too long. I understand you're Money Mayweather. You know you got the best defense. Blah blah blah. But some of these cats, you're gonna realize that you're getting older. You're damn near 50 years old. You're a grandpa now. You're gonna have to stay in your place and get out the spotlight, because this was always the issue. You always have been a spotlight. At some point, you're gonna have to step aside and say, you know what, my job here is done. I got nothing to prove to nobody. I got enough money, and that's that. That's all I got for boxing right now, man. So I guess salute to Mayweather coming out of retirement. Pacquiao, I hope they put on a good performance that's worth watching, because I know the world's gonna be watching. But that's all I got for boxing, man. Give me a second, and we'll get back into the next topic after this commercial break.
Carolina blue fit, black frames on the face, icy mouth shining when the bass vibrate. Demetrius B with the vintage type groove, heavyweight lines put the needle in the groove, flexing these arms like I'm benching the B, old school vibe with the.
All right, y'all. The next thing I want to get into is the new tape that dropped, the music for the week. Mozzy and ESTG, they dropped a tape, a joint tape called Not a Chance in Hell. They have they got 12 tracks on here. The only feature on here is Bloodhound Q50. I'm not sure of him, but I heard that song on here and it was pretty good. Out of those 12 songs, I wanted to give y'all my favorite 5 out this track. Before I go any further, I like Mozzy. He's a Cali rapper, and I say he always makes good music, puts out a lot of music. I know he's been in and out of jail, but when he's out on the streets making music, he does his thing on when it comes to this rap shit. ESTG, dope artist. Love his music. He always drop every project he done dropped since he's been out and relevant. It's been fire to me. I always look forward to hearing his music. These two already got a couple of songs together. I think they said they might have had a joint project back in the days a couple of years ago. But I enjoyed both of their music. This was a tape I wasn't expecting because I didn't know they did a project before together. But as far as my favorite 5 tracks on here that I believe that y'all should go check out, that's streaming on all platforms right now. First song would be None Like Me, Another Is Not Me, All I'm Thinking, Lot of Shots, and the last one I would say is Foes. The Foes, y'all know, like I'm a sucker for remixes or sample beats. Foes is actually T.I.'s song 20 Foes. They flipped the beat and it was fire. Both of them rapping on the beat. Most of these songs, majority of these songs, I think they both rapping on here. Even the feature song, Asard, shout out to Bloodhound Q50. That song was fire. But as far as my favorite 6, again, my favorite 6 on here would be Foes, None Like Me, Not Me, All I'm Thinking, A Lot of Shots. Those are my favorite 5 songs on there. I'm hoping like once it started warming up, I know ESTG gonna drop his own project again. I'm pretty sure Mozzy will drop another tape, but I'll definitely be listening to both of those cats, man. Those two guys I like look for every once in a while, but ESTG, like he's one of my favorite out. And I hope both of these fellas keep on pushing it with the music game and lock it in, make your music, man. Stay out of jail, stay out of the way, and just make good music, man, for people to ride to, work out to, do what they're gonna do with this music, man. But that's all I got for music, man. I want to say maybe next week I want to get into an R&B tape, the Ari Lennox tape. I've been putting off for a second because I know everybody always say, "Oh, you just doing rap music." I'm more of an R&B fan, but it don't be that much good R&B out. But as far as my boy Raheem Devon, when he drops, I'm always listening to him. Ari Lennox, I'm starting to be a bigger fan of hers, even like outside of being out of Dreamville. She's starting to make even better music, especially for the R&B scene. Jill Scott dropped the tape. I haven't heard that one yet, but as far as Ari Lennox, I've heard that. I know Raheem about to drop soon, so that was some good music to me. I'll definitely start doing my reviews on R&B in here as well. So that's all I got for music, man. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let's get into the next topic. The next thing.
Man, look, ain't no way we doing nothing in the playoffs, you hear me? Anyway, tune in to Mechee from the Midwest. I'll be there.
I wanted to speak on is, let's get into the NBA, man. Because I got to get this off my chest now because it's so irritating knowing what my team is going to do this year. I felt this way. Couple things right quick. The first thing I want to say, I wanted to bring a question to you because I've been hearing a lot of people say that as far as LeBron James goes, is he a great Laker? He's a good Laker. He won a championship with us with Anthony Davis. He's been here for a while. He's made the Lakers relevant again. I'll give him that. But outside of the championship, the Lakers have done nothing. We haven't looked like a contender the entire time that he's been here. The year that Kobe passed away, the year of the bubble, was the year we won a championship. Before and after that, we haven't looked the part. We look like a one-and-done team, and we've been one and done, if not just done, ever since. And that's no knock on LeBron. I've always said he can't do it on his own. It was easier for him to do it in the East because it wasn't too much competition. East started getting better. When he came to the West started getting better. And I've always said if he was in the West this whole time, he'd have been going up against more competitive teams. And I don't think he would have won or would have went to 10 championships in a row like he did or whatever, which is still impressive. No knock there. As far as what LeBron James should do next, as of now, I don't want him to be a Laker next year. I believe next year is going to be the year that LeBron retires. And to me, the perfect thing for him to do is to leave and go back to Cleveland for one more year, retire there, It's not about winning the championship. It's about going back to your roots, where you came from, where you're from. You're from Ohio. Go back to Ohio. The Cavs have been these last couple of years have looked like they was a contender. As soon as they get to that first round, they get their ass whooped, or early second round, they don't look good. They had a lot of injuries and stuff like that. This year, they went out and got James Harden. They have a solid team. To me, what makes you think that LeBron would fit in with that team? One of my homies from work was saying, because the other guys that were saying it, they never told me why it didn't happen. But one of my boys from work was saying that he doesn't fit with the team because he needs the ball, Donovan Mitchell needs the ball, and James Harden needs the ball. Completely understood. But my thing is that if he's coming in for his last year, if this is your farewell tour, because I'm pretty sure he's going to retire next year. He just wants the farewell tour like Michael Jordan, like Kobe and them, right? You're the small forward. That's been their weakness. They got the kid Tyson that's been playing okay because they traded DeAndre Hunter. You input LeBron James in the middle of Donovan Mitchell, James Harden, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. That's a contending team. LeBron should know at this stage, if this is my last year, I'm not trying to be number one. This is the young man game. Y'all give me the ball. Let me do my highlight dunks. Let me compete. Hire me on defense, like y'all hired James Harden on defense, and they can make a run. Can they beat Boston with that squad? I don't think so. Can they beat New York? I believe they can. LeBron James will bring the energy to Cleveland for that last year that he's going to put it all on the line. And I believe that they'll be more competitive with him there. It's going to put asses in seats. It's going to be sold out arenas with that type of energy in the building. And that, I think that's the greatest way for him to go out. Coming back to the Lakers, retiring for the Lakers, it does nothing for his legacy. It's going to make him look like Kobe on his last couple of years of, well, maybe, I mean, Kobe didn't make the playoffs, but they might make the playoffs with Luka in them. But after that, it's like, okay, make the playoffs and get put out the first round. We're not beating Minnesota. We're not beating Denver, OKC, San Antonio, Houston, Phoenix. All these teams we can't beat, man. And I don't understand why he would want to stay there. LeBron James, I know you'll never see this video, but please go back to Cleveland. Take your son with you, Bronny James. Get your last hurrah, or whatever you want to call it. And ride up to the moon. You're one of the greatest players of all time. I got you number 3 all time. But you have nothing else to prove here, man. That's all I got to say on that subject. Let's talk about the Lakers for 1 second, and then I'm going to get it. Well, actually, let me get into the standings of what we got right now. Then I'll talk about these weak-ass Lakers of mine. As far as the standings go, in the East, Detroit, Boston, New York, Cleveland, Toronto, Philly, Orlando, and Miami are the top 8 seeds. Creeping up is Atlanta, Charlotte, Milwaukee still in there, and well, the Bulls is falling because they have a 10-game losing streak. But Charlotte has been looking good, man, with that Canupo, LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges, all them young cats, man. They've been balling out, and they're right now they're in the play-in spot. I think Milwaukee might take their spot due to Giannis coming back sooner or later. I think they'll have a shot at getting into the playoffs. Orlando's starting to pick up. Miami's getting okay. Philly, Toronto, Cleveland, New York, Boston, Detroit. All these teams are looking good this year. Detroit, 43-14, very impressive. They've been number 1 seed pretty much all the year. Boston's right there. New York is right there. And Cleveland, they just lost Harden for a little bit. I think they said he broke one of his fingers or something like that. Depending on his health, they might drop out a couple spots, and Toronto might move into that spot. But right now, the East looks like it's going to come down to those top 2 teams, Detroit and Boston. I want to say New York or Cleveland, but I'm just not sold on them. It depends on their health. They show, like with Bronson last year with the Knicks, that this year is different. It seemed like they didn't just hit a wall. Like they're not going to be able to compete with the top guys, like as far as Detroit and Boston in a 7-game series. So that's it for the East, man. I said it's some good basketball being played on. I've been watching a couple games. There's just way too many bench players in at the time because it's like I said, it's a lot of injuries. As far as the East go, OKC, San Antonio, Houston, Denver, Minnesota, LA, Phoenix, and Golden State are your top 8 teams. Portland and the Clippers are creeping up at the 9 and 10 spot for the play-in. OKC and San Antonio, those two seeds, they still look like the best two teams to me. I believe it'll come down to them in the Western Conference. Denver still got a chance, maybe Houston. But as far as these goddamn Lakers, we was at the 3rd seed, and that's not even a knock. We're 2 games behind the 3rd seed, right? My thing is that LeBron is doing his part. Luka is doing his part. DeAndre Ayton, still the same problem. He just went on the media saying they're trying to use him like Clint Capella. I took that as like you taking a personal shot at Clint Capella. Like all he can do is rebound and get a couple of shots. When you get the ball, you're not finishing strong. That's been a big issue. You're doing layups at the rim. Dunk the damn ball. Get back down on defense. He plays lazy defense. All the big cats that he's playing, he plays soft. Elbow, backing up, barely moving, no foot movement, nothing. It's just like he just looks soft out there. Austin Reeves came back from injury, but he still looked kind of slow. He's not all the way adjusted out there. He needs to be the second option. LeBron needs to be the third option to save his legs. Like I said, this man is 40-plus years old, and they're not seeing that. Luka has been taking bad shots. He don't play no defense. It's like, man, at first I was saying we could make it to the second round. Right now, I don't think we can make it. If the playoffs was to start today, we would be playing Houston. We wouldn't beat Houston. KD would kill us right now. That little squad right now, they would run us out the gym 4-0. I promise you they would. I'm not impressed with the way that the Lakers playing right now. I'm hoping we could turn around and make this a 50 win. I don't think we can win 50 games. We're going to win 40-plus games, but right now I'm going on record, man. I don't see us getting out the first round. I can't see us beating nobody but Golden State, but we're not going to get high enough to play Golden State because we have to get bumped up to the first spot. We're going to end up playing Minnesota, Denver, or Houston. If we play any of those teams right there, we're out, man. Like I said, man, I'm very frustrated with this team, man. They just don't play with no energy. The defense not there. JJ Redick is acting fake crazy, just like when Steve Nash was on Brooklyn, acting fake crazy as a coach. The shit's not working, man. Vanderbilt comes in the game. He's not playing defense. He's a liability on offense. Marcus Smart playing okay defense, not doing that on offense. We don't have anybody. Once Luka goes to the bench or LeBron go to the bench, whoever's in that position is getting cooked and they're not doing nothing. I hope that we wake up and we can at least make it out the first round, but I wouldn't be surprised if we got put out first round, y'all. That's it. At the end of the day, man, all we can do is play and hope for the best. That's all I got for the NBA, man. I'll be updating y'all. Like I said, I ain't really been want to talk about it because once your team start playing like bad as they look when they started off okay, it's just like, man, let's just get it over with. Go ahead and put us down. That's all I got for NBA, man. Thank y'all for tuning in for this NBA segment. Let's get into the next topic after this commercial break.
Racing 25 to life. Or you can watch the Mechee, pronounced Me-Chee, from the Midwest podcast. Your call.
All right, y'all. Let's get into the TV show for the week. I spoke on this last week. This show is called 61st Street. It is streaming on Netflix. I'm so mad that we started this show late because I was thinking, like I told my lady, my boy Courtney B. Vance, Angela Bassett's husband, he wears these hats, like the old school hats, and it seemed like every picture that he takes, it got that same hat on. I thought this was the movie that he just did a couple years ago, but it was actually the TV show. So I'm like, oh, what's the TV show version of that? No, this is a whole different show. He's a public defender on this show, and he's representing for a young man. What's my boy name on the show? Let me get to him. Moses Johnson. Moses Johnson, like I said last time, was he was a track star in high school, trying to get a scholarship to go to college and be a track star. Well, his life was turned upside down when him and his brother was somewhere at the wrong time around a gang, and one of the gang members put a gun up to his head like he was about to shoot Moses. And once he did it, or to his brother, one of the police shot this young man, and Moses was on the ground. In his mind, he was like, you know what? I can't lay here because it might happen to me next. Let me get up and run. Like I said, he left his brother there, his youngest brother, took off running, and he ended up getting cornered by two policemen. That one of the police ended up dying because Moses tried to get past him, and he's like shoulder checked him, and the cop fell on a rod, a steel rod, and it went in his head and killed him instant. Well, not instantly, but it ended up killing him. So, Mr. What's my boy name on the show? Frank Roberts is the veteran public defender. He picks up this case. We have witnesses there. These cops are playing dirty. There's some dirty cops on board that plays key factors. The cop's name, let me see. Officer Rossi was the one. Rossi, Lieutenant Brannigan, and Officer Logan. Officer Logan was the friend of Officer Rossi, right? So Officer Rossi was passed up for a promotion, and the lieutenant told him like, you didn't do enough or whatever. Like, it was some inside stuff going on. Come to find out, he was working for the gang. Like, he was like their personal like the eye on the street or whatever. So he was doing some shady shit. The lieutenant knew a lot about this stuff, and the Officer Logan was in a place that, I want to be a great cop. I'm looking up to the lieutenant. I want to like be part of the brotherhood as a cop. And his life is turned because he actually sees Moses, the young track star, and he tried to he shot at him. He took a shot at him when Moses was trying to escape from running, because once he seen that he fell on the rod that his partner was there, he just blacked out and wanted to kill the young man because he thought that he did it on purpose or whatever. He didn't know. He didn't realize he pushed him to try to get by. Like, it wasn't enough room for him to operate. Anyway, Moses runs away and stuff. The family, the mom is a single mom at the time. She doesn't know what's going on. She's thinking she got this young, good kid or whatever. And what happens next is the police find a way to plant drugs in her house and try to get her locked up and her son, the youngest son, locked up. And they're doing it so they can find Moses, because Moses then ran away and tried to hide away from the police because he felt like they was going to kill him. Fast forward, they end up booking him, saying that he murdered a cop or whatever. So now you have the battle between a high school student trying to go to college versus dirty cops that's trying to pin this on him to make it look like he actually murdered this cop. And it's tearing the city up because it's in Chicago. The public defender is black, and he's trying to represent for this young black man, but he's dealing with all these cops that are pretty much coming off as racist. They have cops on their team that are black that are working with their brotherhood, the blue, what is it called? Protecting the boys in blue. And one of these undercover cops gets involved with Moses' mom. She has no idea that he's an undercover cop. The streets have been talking. They find out he's an undercover cop. Nobody's telling her. The way that the season ends is a whole bunch of stuff happens. They go to court about it, and Moses is found not guilty. He ends up moving from Chicago. Now, while all this is going on, I might be all over the place because I don't want to leave like the key details about it, but Mr. Franklin he has some type of cancer, and he doesn't have too long to live. So I think they gave him 18 months or something like that. So the season ends with Moses being found not guilty. Everybody's going crazy because the cops wanted him to be guilty, and they're looking at Moses. He's a cop killer, blah, 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 in the city. Fast forward to season 2. Season 2 starts off with the night of the verdict being read not guilty, and Officer Logan hears a young man outside his car listen to a song called Fuck 12, disrespecting the police. He's had a little bit to drink. Well, not a little bit. He had a lot to drink, and he gets out there and he destroys this man. He beats this man with his gun. He ends up killing him. Now the officer Logan is in a position as, well, I'm a dirty cop. I'm working with these dirty cops, and now that I put myself in a situation like this on a day that they just found a young black man not guilty, I'm facing murder charge and it's on camera. So when this happens, now he goes to Franklin, the public defender, to represent him. So now you have Franklin turning on what it looks like, turning on the black community to protect the police. But he had a bigger plan, and his plan was to make the world see that the cops are dirty, and he wants to expose them for seeing how they try to cover up for Logan the murder charge. It's a lot that goes on season 2 because, like I said, the mom doesn't know that the dude that she's with right now is a undercover cop. Franklin's wife is like a counselor. I think she's running for mayor or something like that, and she doesn't have like the money for it and stuff like that. The people come in to help, so she's getting help from the church, but she's also getting money from like the street guys that's trying to go legit. Like I think one of the guys was trying to start a dispensary, but she wanted to use him to bring in the black votes to get her the votes to become the next mayor or whatnot. She has another lady that was going against her that's like pretty much was her friend now turned enemy because she's protecting cops and stuff. So I know I'm saying a lot, but this is a great show to watch. Season 2 is the last season because I thought this was going to be a 3-season thing, but what ends up happening is that he represents the cop, and they get down to the end of it that the cop was the killer of this man, but the prosecutor the other lady that's going against the public defender, she's doing everything she can to side with the police, but then she starts seeing how corrupt the system is, and she can't take it anymore. So she backs out of it and says that instead of prosecuting him, I want to prosecute everybody, all these people that's involved, all these crooked cops. We're gonna get down to the end of it. We're gonna get these dirty cops off the street and make Chicago great as far as when it comes to police. It's a lot of stuff that happened in between that. I'll let y'all watch the show, but please, if you have Netflix, go watch 61st Street on Netflix. I'm telling you, streaming now. It is a great show. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I'm never for like the main character passing away, or I'm glad they didn't show him passing away, but it seems like at the end of it, he passed away because he only had a couple of weeks left to live. And the way that it ended, it seems like it's over with, just like The Sopranos or something like that. But that's the show I got for y'all this week. I'm telling you, 61st Street is a must-watch on Netflix right now. And if you love drama TV shows, dealing with crooked cops, the black community, the adversity they have to fight, even in the real world. This stuff that we see on TV is actually things that happen. I'm not saying all cops are bad, but I believe there are some dirty cops. It's been proven plenty of times. So whatever y'all do, if you can't find nothing to watch on Netflix or on TV, 61st Street is the show to watch. Please, in the comments, let me know what you thought about the show. If you saw it already, if you haven't, go watch season 1 and 2, go stream it, and come back to me and let me know what y'all thought about the show. Let me know your favorite characters. What was your favorite episode? Who did you like the most on the show? Who did you hate most on the show? I'll tell you right now, my favorite person probably on there was Franklin, the public defender. And the person I didn't like was Brannigan, the lieutenant, because he was just a piece of shit. And I'm just leave it at that. That's all I got for y'all for TV shows, man. I want to go ahead and wrap this show up and get into the last topic today, man. Y'all know I'm a big wrestling fan. So let's get into WWE Elimination Chamber right after this commercial break. All right, y'all.
Only one can win in here, and it ain't gonna be me.
WWE Elimination Chamber is going down this Saturday, 7 p.m. in United Center in Chicago, Illinois, the home of CM Punk. He is the current champ. Let's get into the predictions for this card, man. We have The Elimination Chambers match for the women. The winner earns a match at WrestleMania 42. The participants: Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Kanaya James, and Raquel Rodriguez. The winner will end up facing. Wait, Liv Morgan picked her shot. She's going against Stephanie Benkera. So the winner will end up facing Jade Cargill. If I see anybody that can compete with her, it would have to be Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley is going to win this match and go on to fight Jade Cargill. I just think they match up well. Jade has had a lackluster. She really even had too many opponents. They're really using her like she was on AEW. I think that she should fight a lot more people or be more active and give her better matches. But they just built her up to be this dominant monster that nobody can stop her. I can see Bianca Belair or Naomi being the next two that come up and give her a challenge. But right as of now, I think it'll either be Rhea Ripley being a match with her and Jade possibly finding a way to win, or Rhea Ripley becoming a champ at WrestleMania. So I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley for that one. Men's Elimination Chamber match. Winner gets a title shot at Drew McIntyre because Roman Reigns is going to be going against CM Punk. Randy Orton, LA Knight, Cody Rhodes, Javon Evans, Trick Williams, and Jey Uso. Jey Uso is in this match because Bronson Reed ended up getting injured. Thoughts and prayers to him, speedy recovery. He ended up doing something to his bicep. He was supposed to win that match, but they had to end up calling the play, and Jey Uso won. So that tells me that he's not going to win it because he's still a tag team champ. I don't see them being a double champ. Matching up against Drew McIntyre, I thought they said Cody Rhodes couldn't get another title shot at Drew McIntyre, so I'm not understanding that. I believe Javon and Trick Williams both are too new. I don't see them pushing the needle that quick to him. And I'm going to go LA. I want to say LA Knight. I want to say LA Knight so bad, but I can see them giving it to Randy Orton, which I'll be okay with because he can go get that belt again and be like the 16-time champ right behind John Cena. So I'm gonna go with LA Knight, but I can see Randy Orton win this one as well. Next, we got Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. I'm going to go AJ Lee. I can see her winning this one in Chicago with her husband being present. I think it'd be good going into WrestleMania, but then again, Becky might keep this belt and lose it at WrestleMania. I'm going with AJ Lee for the upset. And then the main event, we got CM Punk versus Finn Balor. This has been a nice little rivalry. I think Finn Balor's going to give CM Punk a hell of a match, but I can't see CM Punk losing in his hometown and knowing that Roman Reigns chose him to fight at WrestleMania. So this is just a fill-in fight. It should be a great match. But overall, my predictions for this card, I got Rhea Ripley winning the elimination for women, LA Knight for the men, AJ Lee winning the Intercontinental belt, and CM Punk retaining versus Finn Balor. That's all I got for y'all this week, man. I want to thank y'all for tuning into the Mechee from the Midwest podcast. Again, if you want to be on the show, if you got a topic you want to talk about, please hit me in the DMs. Catch me on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. If you see my shorts pop up or my videos pop up, please just share it for me. I'm still trying to build my page up and keep me motivated to continue doing videos. It's like I said, just a small hobby I like to do. Y'all have a good week, man. Make sure y'all tune into Elimination Chamber match and all that. The TV show 61 First Street. Check out ESTG and
All black tonight. Shirt says it all. Mechee from the Midwest. Been a long day, but the city stays awake. Hold up. You see that? MFTM in the sky. Guess they're calling.